President Zuma was undeterred by the chaos. After the disruption, he resumed his speech addressing the country's power woes. He insisted government was doing all it could to keep the lights on. Public Enterprises Minister Lynne Brown joins us now on the line from Cape Town. Good morning to you, Minister. Thanks a lot for your time. Is the 23 billion rand the President spoke about last night going to be put towards the most immediate operational requirements to keep the lights on, or will it be ploughed into long-term outcomes?
Good morning, Joanne, and good morning to your listeners. Well, the 23 billion rand will essentially be used for as a part of our financial sustainability plan for eSCOM. But what it will also focus on in the short term is the maintenance plan. The reason why we have load shedding is because our plants are quite old and they have not been maintained consistently over the many, many years, as well as the fact that the grid is quite tough. And for us to be able to balance the grid, eSCOM has to load shed almost daily for probably the next 3 years. But it will get us low at the beginning of the day whether or not there'll be load shedding for the day.
We're expecting an electricity tariff increase anyway next year, but with this plan the President spoke of to switch from diesel to gas as an energy source for Eskom's generators, should we be bracing for a much larger increase than we had expected?
Well, the increase will take place next year, and that increase is quite a marginal increase. I think it's about a 5% increase. But moving from diesel to gas will just help us as South Africans to take our homes and our businesses off the grid. So into the future, it probably won't be that expensive.
The President also made reference to shale gas in the Karoo. Does that signal we're going ahead with fracking?
Well, that question should be posed to the Department of Energy, because in many respects, at this stage, even though shale gas is part of the energy mix, it doesn't have a direct time frame as LPG gas has within the process now. At the moment, the countries around South Africa, Mozambique, Angola, even Namibia to a lesser extent, Botswana, they all have gas. They're gas-rich countries. And so we can bring that gas in quite inexpensively into the country. And if we change our diesel guzzling OCGTs to gas, it will actually, because diesel is so expensive, it will really help the country in terms of electricity output. And of course, the sustainability of electricity into the future.
Minister, just talk us through your projected time frames for Medupi and Kusile at this point.
Well, Medupi should come online in the next couple of weeks, and I don't really want to give it time. And what that means is that it will be ready for synchronization. And then 12 to 14 months after that, the rest of Medupi will come online. Remember that we are bringing online Unit 6 in the first instance, which will give us about 800 megawatts. And then in 2016, we should bring online Kusile, and we almost via the war room, working on a weekly report as to how far we are. Medupi is done already, but they have to do the blow the steam through consistently for a while, so that we actually have pure steam that goes through Medupi, and we don't have problems into the future, because we build energy plants for the future as well. And so then Kusile will come in line in 2016, and of course the three large plants, Kusile, Medupi, and Ngura. Collectively, it will bring online 10,000 megawatts of electricity or onto the national grid. And I think that will take us far away in energy security into the future. Of course, with that goes all of the other energy, or the energy mix, for want of a better word. In the short term, it will be the private sector participating in coal IPP, and the RFPs have already gone out in December. So now we're requesting proposals from the private sector, cogen, all the waste products, sugar, and so forth, that can be transferred into energy. That will come online, and our IPPs, the renewable energy IPPs. And then down the line, it will also be nuclear and shale.
Well, let's talk about nuclear for a moment then, Minister. The Mail and Guardian newspapers leading with a story this morning about disturbing details of the Russian nuclear power deal, including perhaps preventing our country from doing nuclear provision deals with other countries, indemnifying Russia from blame in the case of any accidents. Can we know, is this a memorandum of understanding that was signed with the Russians? Are we committed to a nuclear deal with them?
You must remember, I am the Minister of Public Enterprises, so I deal with ESCOM. I do not deal with the broader energy range. The Minister of Energy has responsibility for nuclear. And ESCOM, in essence, as a utility, is responsible for implementing. So ESCOM doesn't sign memoranda of agreements or understandings with anybody. It's the Ministry of Energy that deals with that matter.
Thanks very much for talking to us this morning. Public Enterprises Minister Lynne Brown on the line to us from Cape Town.